Welcome everybody to Suzuka in the Touring Car Series. Now you can see my car just there. I have picked a link with a lot of stuttering going on as the race starts. I picked the link because I haven't driven that in a long time, and I thought why not take it out on the road and give it a good old blast. So picked the medium tyres. Hopefully they will last halfway through the race and I can go on to another set of mediums. Been a while since I've done a long race, so I'm not too sure how long these tyres will last, especially in this car, because I think this car can be a little bit tyre hungry. We are starting off in position 14 as we catch up to the Honda Civic up in front, making a move up the inside here. Going to brake a little bit early and get close to a lot of people from behind, but surprisingly enough this is turning out quite well, surviving the first corner, which is a big feat in itself. A Hyundai is one not to survive the first corner and very send it in and hope for the best by looks of it, as I do get a mountain of understeer, touched off to the grass and trying to recover where I was. So now down to position 15. Thankfully we're not in the position of that other car. We're now position 13. I'm going to see if I can make a move up the inside here, as the Hyundai and the Audi to the right are having a battle by themselves. Probably fed up of the Hyundai just diving it in and trying to gain a position. There we go, a few more cars off the track, and I go off the track as well because I forget to go down to second gear and slow down a little bit more for better rotation. Yeah, front wheel drives like to understeer. Right, braking down to this corner now, down to second gear. Hyundai, I have no idea what has happened in that corner, besides a Hyundai dive bombed. I get rear-ended from behind and I end up taking out the Audi up in front of me because nobody knows what a brake pedal is. Coming down here, thankfully also I like to point out I didn't get a penalty for that, which is really unusual for the Forza stewards to not hand out penalties for incorrect situations. Coming around this corner now, we are back up to position 10. Mr. Barney Fife doesn't stop talking in the microphone. I have no idea what they're saying. I have the game chat off and I wish it would just take that away. If you got game chat off, I don't need to know if someone's talking, because I have to go right through the settings to find the game chat to turn it back on to find out what they're saying. It's not as easy as just turning up a dial, like, you know. So just, if it's turned off, just get rid of it off the screen. I shouldn't have to mute all the drivers all the time. Anyway, that is my rant over. If you agree with that rant, hit that like button down below, because it is quite frustrating and distracting to constantly see that thing coming up. I digress, getting on with it, and we are up to position 8 as we undertake the Audi to our left hand side, trying to catch up to the MG up in front, which is Appleman 47. I was reading that, thank you. Do you mind not overtaking me at the moment? Anyway, coming around this corner now, we have kept our position and the car up in front has a 0.4 second penalty. Doing alright. Lap 2 we have gained what, 6 positions overall. Did lose a few. Oh, 7 positions overall, as that car discovered a mountain of understeer, and thankfully it's daytime so that wheel isn't distracting me with green beautiful lights. As I come around the corner, oh, I thought there was another car off track, but it's just smoke left over from earlier. Anyway, come around this corner now, hit the brakes at the 50-meter board, down into 4th gear, coasting through there, down to 2nd gear now, turning in over the curb, onto the curb on the outside. Don't go too wide. Make sure you're back over on the tarmac before you get to the end of the curb. And out the other side, braking as the curb ends on the right hand side, down to 2nd gear. A little bit late. The car is quite heavy. It's been a long time since I've driven this Link. And actually, do you know what? For a car I haven't driven in a long time, drives surprisingly well. And this is probably one of those old tunes what I made long ago. So yeah, I'm actually quite surprised how well it is doing. Because obviously, as experience goes on, your driving style changes a little bit, as well as you should adjust the tune. I'm lazy and I didn't adjust the tune. I just jumped into the car. The lobby had like what, 1 minute left before I joined, so I was like, yeah, I'm joining this. And away we went. But we are catching up to Absurd Shark, a 9078 up in front. Coming up along here now, touching the grass, looking out for the last board, touching the brakes into 5th gear, over the curb on the left, onto the curb on the right. Can I make a move here? Going up the inside, 100-meter board, hard on the brakes, down to 2nd gear, fluctuating the brakes so I don't lock up. Oh, charming. We both could have fitted through that, just saying. go to the right. Jesus, how much room do you need? God blimey, they have a steering wheel. It's this round object in front of you. Actually, technically, it might not be round in this car. I don't really use the interior view, so correct me if I am wrong. Braking at the road start on the left-hand side, down to 4th gear, come around this corner now, knock it into 3rd gear, and then rub that curb on the right, and then start accelerating out the other side. Get the power down into 4th gear, over the curb on the left. You could do this one in 4th gear, then knock it down to 3rd gear as you come round on the one on the right, and then you're pretty much 3rd gear throughout this section here. It's a case of just steering and applying the power to keep the speed up and trying not to encourage any understeer. So El Toto is back up in front. I can hear them really screaming those tyres as you go around the corners. Peugeot is probably quite a good car to choose for this track. Shame the latter section of the track is more about speed where the Peugeot suffers, but through the corners and everything like that, Peugeot would be really, really good through that section there, because the way the thing handles is, it's like stuck to the road, you know. It's a brilliant little car. Anyway, braking at the curb ending, having a little bit of a moment there. Down to 2nd gear, turning in, accelerating out the side. You can hear that car screaming their tyres as we come out the corner. And we are in position 6, so we're doing well. And surprisingly enough, we are 2.3 seconds away from the cars behind. Endish of lap 3, we are, yeah, really, really good position. I think this race is going very, very well. Car up in front is really screaming those tyres, so I'm going to go up the inside here. Contact has been made as they forgot to stop steering to the right as I was coming up the inside. Well, thankfully we gained that position back. They're still on the track as well, so no harm, no foul. A little bit of rubbing is okay. Coming around this corner now, we are catching up to Ziarg 3810 up in front. Breaking a touch late there, going a wee bit deep, and thankfully surviving that situation. Just crikey, that's close to the track limits on the exit as well, but we survived it. What is not looking pretty at the moment is the tyre wear. Yeah, I don't think medium tyres are going to last 7 to 8 laps. I'm on the start of lap 4 now, and I would say they're probably about 30% way through their life, which is not good, because, well, maybe more than 30%. It's hard to tell. It would be nice to have a little percentage thing on there, but then again, it's going to be hard to read whilst you're doing 100 miles per hour through this section here. Anyway, trying to catch up to Zarg up in front. We have El Toto is now almost 2 seconds away, which is great news. And we are slowly reeling them in. They are almost, I didn't realize, they are in position 3. So if we manage to overtake them, that means we'd be on the podium, which is nothing but good news. Coming around this corner now, braking down the 2nd gear, turning it in and accelerating out the side. That is going to be a large penalty for the car up in front. That was a large penalty. They had a 0.6, now they're at 2.1. The penalties on this track are quite ruthless, I'm not going to lie. It's, you go like a pixel or 2 over and it goes a minimum of a second. And you could literally be just a touch over back on, and it goes, yep, here's a second half for no apparent reason, but it thinks you've gained time by just that one error of a pixel over. And I think really it should be more situated on not just going, I am off track. I think it should look at how far off track you have gone. I mean, a pixel, if you're within a pixel or 2 kind of thing, you know, I think it should just give you a warning. Come on, stay within the track limits. And if you had 1 or 2 warnings, then okay, punish, because obviously you are taking the mickey. But a mistake like a pixel over or things like that, it shouldn't be warranted, that mistake. If you go massively wide on that corner, for example, you're absolutely flat out sending it through, not lifting off. You're going to gain time because, you know, you don't have... Oh my gosh. Talking about a pixel over, 1.7 second penalty right there. And that is what I mean. How on earth did I gain 1.7 seconds? If I was a tiniest bit to the left, it would have been exactly the same time. There's no way I gained almost 2 seconds by having both tyres just fall off the curb. This is what I mean. So it should really take in what far wide you've gone, and obviously your actions upon that situation and how much time you gain. So say that second to last corner, you come sending it through flat out, and you go wide as anything, and you come back onto track, and you're still doing 140, for example, 150. Then yeah, you've kind of gained time because you've massively cut the track. But for example, where I just cut the track, or the car up in front who went off track a little bit, I think the punishment is a little bit too excessive. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But braking at the 50-meter board, I'm going to brake early and let them take that position, because I knew that was going to happen. The last thing I want to do is be punched into the gravel pit myself. They've gone off track again. Oh wow, they've already got a 4 second, now a 5.1 second. Another 1.1 second penalty for that maneuver there. And really, what you think about it is they're trying to make sure I stay behind and pushing that car. And okay, yes, you can argue the fact they did go off track, but yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Their situation is a little bit different, I would say, to what mine was, to an extent. They've got a mountain of understeer right now. I mean, my front tyres are on minor wear now. We're only on the back end of lap 5. Lap 6, they're going to be on moderate wear, which is annoying. They're probably on either minor wear now or clicking on to moderate wear because of the steering angle. You can hear those tyres squealing as I go looking to make a move up the inside here right now. Sending it up here. Just going to knock it into 5th gear, cut this corner, go wide. There we go. Nothing like going a bit wide. I'm going to get another one, I bet. Yep. 0.5 seconds, oddly enough. Over the curb we go. And then turning left. Okay, just batter your way through. No problem. I guess I see where this is going. Oh, well, at least I didn't get a penalty for that one. And I think they did, because they have a 7.9 second penalty now. There is a moment in the race that I would say sometimes a battle is just not worth it. Especially when you're sitting there with almost 8 seconds worth of penalties. Is it really worth trying to force your way to stay in front of another car? Because all I have to do, even if we finish the race, is just stay behind you. You know, I mean, again, I know somebody said before, well, everybody's entitled to try and compete. Yes, you are. Don't get me wrong, but that is no competition. Like 8 seconds, unless I fall off the track and hit a wall, and then even the car behind, who is still almost 6 seconds away, has a better chance because the person here has 8 seconds. It's insane. And I think it's 12 seconds you've got to get into a race before you get disconnected or kicked out of the race, isn't it? You have to let me know down in the comments below. Is it 12 seconds before you get booted? Because the car in front is on 9.3. As I go into the back of them, I do say sorry. I put the little thing up on the screen to say sorry about that. I have no idea what they're saying, so it could be anything. Hopefully they're saying it's not a problem, Flash. Mistakes happen. I went through that corner a bit slow. I understand you rear-ended me. Thank you for not forcing your way through after that situation and waiting for me to regain control, because that's fair. Or they also could be calling me all the names under the sun and saying, why did you rear-end me when I went through a corner way too slow? It happens, you know. It's be interesting to know what you say. Let me know if you see this video, bed. Let me know down in the comments below. My tyres are cooked, and if my tyres are cooked, their tyres are cooked. That's all I can say, because I'm on moderate wear now, and I'm not going to brave a lap 7 for this. I think I'm going to have to go into the pits in this lap. I'm going to choose hard tyres because clearly mediums aren't going to last it. That's all I can say. I wonder if the car in front is on hards or mediums. Be interesting to know as they hit the pit wall. Well, that's our position gained. 9.3 seconds worth of penalties. That's insane. One of the highest I've seen for a long, long time. But we have chosen the hard tyres, and hopefully they will work. But whilst we're in the pits, I'd like to take a moment out to thank our channel members, which are Jeffrey Anderson, Andy Good, DNC Motorsport, Sigmatic, Daniel Adams, John Burns, and AK47. Thank you guys very much for supporting the channel. And if you enjoy what you're watching here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you'd like to have extra content, early access to these videos and things like that, why not hit that join button down below and become a channel member. Coming out of the pits, we are in, well, position 7, because not everybody has pitted. And I'm not too worried actually, because other people will need a pit, and I could only presume they may well be on hard tyres, which is fair enough because, you know, everybody gets a choice. I have no idea where I was going with that. Mr. Barney 5 still talking. But yeah, position 1, Fussy on 1337 is 45 seconds away. Got to count about 35 seconds for the pit. So they're not that far away, it's just that they haven't pitted yet. The car up in front has pitted. They are 4 seconds away, so I need to catch them up. These hard tyres are working as hard as they can as I try and make this time back up. Akim Anders behind is almost 7 seconds away. I wonder where that car that went into the wall is gone, because I'm kind of confused at where they went. I wouldn't expect them to take almost 7 seconds to get back in the pits, because they were in the pits. They're just ghosting, and I jumped in front of them because of the speed. So I'm not too sure what's happened there, unless they quit. And I didn't see any messages come up say they've quit. I don't know. Anyway, 4.5 seconds away from the car, front 4.6. Position 1 is in the pits. And we are coming down this back straight really well. We're going to look out for the last board on the left, just here. Touch of the brakes, onto the curb on the left. That is brave, onto the curb on the right. Looking at just before the 100-meter board hard, and the brakes down to second gear, turning in, over the curb on the right, over the curb on the left. Try and cut that corner as much as you're brave to. I bottled a little bit. I thought I was going to go off track there, but it really does set you a great example coming for the out the corner and everything. Right, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're in position 3 right now, and we just need to catch up to the car up in front. Thankfully, we're in quite a stale area actually. 4.3, 4.4 seconds from the car up in front, 5.4 seconds, 5.5 from the car behind, and we're setting a great lap time. Oh, I'm just thinking about it. I don't think any of my laps up to now have been clean laps, so take that with a grain of salt. Start of lap 13. We are still 3.9 seconds away from the car in front, 3.9 seconds away from the car behind. But we are starting to reel in the car up in front, and I think the tyres are pretty well cooked. I have 2.5 seconds worth of penalties, and the car up in front has 1.4. So if I do overtake that car, I still got to find time on the other side of them to gain that position off them. But we are position 3 at the moment. 3.5 seconds away. My tyres are also on minor wear at the moment. I expected these hard tyres to last a little bit longer, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. Annoyingly, really, because lap 14 I'm going to be quite compromised, I think, with these tyres. It's weird because it's only really a lap or 2 more than what I did on mediums, and I think hard tyres should have lasted longer, but we are 3 seconds away from the car in front, 4 seconds away from the car behind. Yeah, I think hard tyres should last longer than what they do. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, because I think only gaining, what, a lap or 2, maybe more than you would on medium tyres, is it really worth it? I mean, if I picked hard tyres at the beginning of the race, hard tyres as I got halfway through, then obviously these tyres would be in better condition. But to only really gain a lap or 2 more overall is really, really short. And I understand the races at 4 times tyre wear, and this is why I call for dynamic tyre wear. So every race is different. Some races might be 2x, some races might be 5x, and I think that would be a better strategy, or it would be quite nice to have. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Anyway, brake it just before the 100-meter board, 2 seconds away from the car in front. Have 1 lap to try and get past that car. And you can see I am trying to find every little tenth to get past that car. We did set a better lap of a 2:14.192 during the latter section of this race. We're not going to set it this lap around, but we are now 1.7 seconds away from the car in front, 3.3 seconds away from the car behind. They did pit a lap later than me, so their tyres are going to be 1 lap better than my own, which is annoying, because I have to bear that in mind, as they are also going to be able to reel me in. Unless they've picked medium tyres, which I don't think they have, because if they did pick medium tyres, they would be cooked by now. Yep, so they probably picked hard, and my tyres are not far off clicking onto moderate wear. But I really do need to find a way to get past this car up in front. And I know I'm not going to get past them on the straights, because tyre wear doesn't really matter that much on the straights. It's going to be in these corners as we're coming around now. We are 0.3 seconds away from the car up in front, braking at the 50-meter board. Going to see if I can try and get up inside. It's not going to happen. Braking down to second gear, turning in, accelerating out the other side. They've gone to the right. I'm going to go left. Nope, the corner ran it off. I don't have the power to be able to dive bomb into this corner. Oh, the brakes. Oh, they're closing that door. Come on, power. Get your power down. Let's go. The car behind is right there. Okay. I know some people might say that is a blocking. I kind of think that's quite a good move. Now, let me know what you think about that move down in the comments below. But yeah, it's a blocky move, but I kind of like that move. I think it's a very clever move because they did come over. I wasn't up the inside, and I just didn't have the braking effort in the car to try to slow down. So I'm going to try to, come on, get the power down. I need to get away from the car behind. Come on. Right. We are not going to be able to move here, and I'm not going to have the power from the car up in front. Now, we have Barney for life that is right behind me as well, and I need to get past this car. Something's got to happen, because if with the Barney behind, I am not going to be able to gain time here, and whack! Seriously, mate? Seriously. That is a right move there. Just absolutely sends it into the back of you to gain that position. And look at that. I got another 0.4 second penalty. That's fine, whatever. Not too fussed about that. But seriously, though, there was no need. You know, you see what's going on. See what's going on in front of you. And instead of applying the brakes, because if their tyre conditions anywhere near ours, they would never have made that corner either without using the car in front of them as a brake. So, frustrating as it is, we did finish position 4. But let me know what you think about the situation down in the comments below.